Oh my god, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them! Tonight, finally! I am the biggest Harry Potter fan in the history of the known universe.
Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Everything that guy just says, bullshit.
Actually, yeah.
I can't lie!
It is kind of bullshit. I'm not a Harry Potter fan at all. I gotta be honest.
Come on!
Actually, come to think of it, I was actually pretty hard on the Harry Potter films as a whole. If you look back at my original reviews.
No! God, please, no!
I've seen all of the movies once, and once only. I thought that was enough times for me. I mean, I enjoyed the first couple Harry Potter films. I enjoyed the latter two Harry Potter films. I think the middle chunk of that incredibly long film series had a lot of bloat and was kind of self-indulgently long. That's just my opinion. I'm just giving you the straight goods. I think Harry Potter, it's a bit overrated.
No!
So I am no Harry Potter expert, and I am not a Harry Potterite. Is that what they call fans of the Harry Potter films or books? I don't know. And how many of those films did they make? Like 8,000 or 9,000? It certainly felt like it by about the 5th or 6th film. So I guess I'm going to see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them more or less out of review obligation. I'm not carrying the fanboy franchise baggage of previous Harry Potter films going into this one. So if anything, that has put me into the place of a neutral observer going into a very cherished cinematic universe. To quote the great Sean Connery, I kind of feel like a pilgrim in an unholy land.
My boy, we're pilgrims in an unholy land.
I'm always interested in exploring new films and exploring new films from different prerogatives and different time periods, because this is a prequel film to the Harry Potter cinematic universe. Prequel film, the movie industry's favorite descriptor. So yeah, I'm going in to see Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I hope this film does indeed tell me where to find them. I'm going to check it out, and I'll be back with a review. Alright gang, I just got out of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Where is this man?
Now, for those who are kind of unfamiliar with this film, it is based on the book of the same name by J.K. Rowling, and J.K. Rowling, of course, wrote all of the previous Harry Potter novels, and she makes her feature film screenwriting debut with Fantastic Beasts, and it is a, yes, prequel film to the first Harry Potter film. It is set approximately, if I am correct on this, 70 years or so before the first film, and it's also set in America. So one thing that I kind of liked about this film was the change in geography. So that was kind of a welcome and refreshing change. So it's about this wizard slash zoologist named Newt Scamander. I'm sorry if I'm getting that name incorrect, who's played by Eddie Redmayne. And he has this special briefcase that basically leads to this mystical realm within the briefcase where he houses all of the fantastical beasts that he has collected during his times. And he's a kind of a guy who has misunderstood animals that deserve a hell of a lot more respect than many other wizards afforded them. And he's making a pilgrimage to New York circa, I think, mid-1920s. And unfortunately, some of the beasts from this mystical briefcase of his do unfortunately get unleashed on New York, and this is a big no-no, especially for the wizarding world of America, who, like the world of Hogwarts overseas, completely forbids any type of wizardry or sorcery being revealed to non-wizards. And in this film, they're referred to as no mages, whatever.
You've known for 24 hours that an unregistered wizard set magical beasts loose in New York? Yes. Where is this man?
And so unfortunately, as the beasts get unleashed, he also comes in contact with one particular no-mage.
Hey, Mr. English guy, I think your egg is hatching.
You wiped his memory, right? The no magic.
The what?
No magic. The non-wizard.
Sorry, we call them muggles.
And so as the beasts get released, this sort of propels the plot in motion.
They're currently in alien terrain, surrounded by millions of the most vicious creatures on the planet. Humans.
Now, one thing that I really kind of dug about the film is directed by David Yates. And David Yates, previous to this film, directed the rather problematic Legend of Tarzan from earlier this summer. But more importantly, he has directed every single Harry Potter film since 2007. So I think that he directed 4 previous Harry Potter films, and as well as this. I really like the film's period decor and its art direction and its production design.
Strange things going on all over the city. The people behind this are not like you and me. There's a hidden society. It goes back centuries.
It really captures the era really, really well. And that's kind of a big part of the magic of this film in a way. Is I like how decidedly different it is in look and feel to the previous Harry Potter films. And I think that's what really good spin-offs slash prequels really should do. They really shouldn't try to be carbon copies of the films that preceded them. I think they should really sort of stand out on their own. And in this case, I think Fantastic Beasts, although it has lots of echoes and nods to the Harry Potter cinematic universe, there's lots of little references that even a non-Harry Potter fan in myself was able to catch. Nevertheless, it's trying to intrepidly have some semblance of novelty and innovation to stand on its own 2 feet. And I really like that.
Magical beasts are terrorizing no-mages. When no-mages are afraid, they attack. Contain this, or it'll mean war.
Eddie Redmayne is a very interesting actor. I thought he was good as the lead character here. He does have some really peculiar and sometimes annoying performance quirks in this film. In particular, he has this weird fidgety habit of not making eye contact with people that he's talking to. It's really peculiar.
Anything edible in there?
No.
Why would I have to wear something like this?
Because your skull is susceptible to breakage under immense force.
Don't panic, but there's absolutely nothing to worry about.
Let's get that fixed. No.
But don't get me wrong, I thought he had a lot of eccentric oddball charm in this film. He's very, very likable, and it's certainly a far cry from his performance in Jupiter Ascending. Let's just say that.
I create life!
I also kind of like the new additions to the cast. Colin Farrell brings sort of an unpredictable level of intrigue in the film. Is he kind of a good guy? Is he a bad guy? He sort of plays this wizard slash detective who is investigating Newt and his beasts.
You were thrown out of Hogwarts for endangering human life.
That was an accident.
With a beast. Yet one of your teachers argued strongly against your expulsion. Now, what makes Albus Dumbledore so fond of you?
If anything, I think he's a bit underwritten in this film as a character. And there's also a character played by Ezra Miller that I also think is kind of a murky and ill-defined character, at least until the final third of the film. And his relationship with Colin Farrell's character only develops meaning the longer the film progresses. I also think that the film does have some pacing issues. I think it has a very strong opening, it has a decent conclusion, and I think the middle third sometimes meanders around a little bit too much. The fantastic beasts in the film are not really all that fantastical, and I think sometimes the visual effects range from being either middling to exceptional, and there's a couple of shots in the film where characters are making physical contact with the beasts where I don't think the visual effects artists hid the strings, so to speak, as well as they could have.
We don't let things loose.
I don't think I'm dreaming.
I'll give it away.
I ain't got the brains to make this up.
Something has to be said about the magic and wizarding in these films, if I can use the word wizarding properly. I don't think the film has a semblance of internal logic when it comes to the powers of the wizards. I mean, there are sequences where some wizards are able to completely rebuild collapse buildings with the wave of a wand, but then when they're fighting all-powerful other wizards in the film, all they can really muster is shooting like energy balls at them. So I'm kind of left wondering, like, why can't they use the scope of their powers to rebuild massive architectural structures against their enemies? So I don't understand that.
I refuse to bow down any longer.
The other thing too is there's a certain lack of a definitive villainous presence in this film, and again, it's only sort of revealed only really in the final third act, and I don't really want to really say more about the villain because I would engage in spoilers, but ultimately it seems a little anticlimactic, and I think sometimes films such as this are really built upon strong villains, and I don't think Fantastic Beasts has a strong one at its core. It's pretty clear and obvious that Fantastic Beasts is trying to lay the groundwork for a future film franchise and series. I'm not entirely sure that the characters contained within this film generate enough interest for me to want to engage with them in 4 more films, because Warner Brothers wants to make 4 more of these, and I'm not quite sold yet. So yeah, I wouldn't be averse to seeing a sequel to this film, but as to whether or not my interest will be sustained for 4 more films, I'm having my doubts.
No.
All in all, this film is really critic-proof for anyone that is a die-hard Harry Potter fan. I think the audience that I was with completely ate it up. As a person that's a Harry Potter agnostic like me, there are certainly things that I took away from the film that I really liked. I think it had a lot of energy and spunk. I think it had a really good, sly sense of humor. I think it's a funnier film than a lot of the previous other Harry Potter films were, and I certainly enjoyed Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them more than a lot of the middle films in the Harry Potter franchise. So, and you know, I understand that when you throw the word prequel out there, it's kind of a naughty word in the film business. But you know, as far as prequels go, this is a pretty good one.
I want to be a wizard.
As a person that is not a raging Potterite, I kind of dug this film, and I'm almost positive that most readers of Rowling's work, as well as fans of the previous Harry Potter movies, will come out of this film really enjoying it. So there you go. There's my review of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the film. Thank you very much for watching. If you could like this video, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you could subscribe to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.